or something. And
I spent a lot of my youth contemplating whether or not the Loch Ness monster existed. Leonard Nimoy, Spock, and
I would like to think it
Joe.
does. I'd like to think all of these mythical things really exist, to be honest. Sean said that selling vases or sending them to people who they call out to can also be good for the soul, I guess. Yeah, Belle said, I've not long qualified in Reiki level 2, Sean. I love it. I volunteer in school every Thursday working with children who get overwhelmed in their classrooms. It's such a lovely healing room.
That is some interesting stuff, that Reiki.
Yeah, Belle said it's like being hugged, Santa. Yeah, we also found this in a dumpster a while ago. It's I don't know that I'm going to even try to pronounce that, but that's the brand on the back. Sean will probably know what that is, to be honest. I have no idea. But the nice thing about it is it's like a little miniature. It's like a musical theme.
It looks like you, Santa.
Yeah, just the beard. Little musical theme, kind of like espresso couple.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And it survived.
Why in the world would someone throw that away?
Yeah, no. It's beautiful.
It just seems a shame that. Let me see if I can find it, actually. I'm just going to go and pop off and see if I can find the thing that we found last night.
Oh, the things with the cups in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this one is a good one, isn't it?
The price that I've seen on it is,
yeah.
Hey, Alvin.
Hello, Santa.
Do you get dressed up with the suit and tie very often?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Do you feel different when you're wearing a suit and tie?
A little bit different, yeah, I do.
I sometimes attend some meetings where it's expected that everyone wears a suit and tie, and it does seem to change just a little bit how you act.
Yes.
Like I'm supposed to behave a little more proper now.
That's it.
You looked very dapper.
Thank you.
Well, you look dapper all the time, but you looked especially dapper.
Well, before I used to do marketing, like have stuff in a bag and go out and sell stuff, and I have to always have a suit and tie. And yeah, I know it feels different when you have a suit and tie than when you have normal clothes on. You have to do certain things different ways when you have a suit and tie on.
It's funny because I'm a very large person, and my neck is quite large, and so putting a tie on, it's kind of an ordeal.
Yeah.
Finding a shirt that's big enough to fit around my large neck. But with the beard, I've discovered that no one can really see the top of the
true
tie, whether it's proper or not. I just kind of get it up there close, sort of concealed.
I used to be good at doing ties, but now kind of like I haven't put a tie for so long. Today I had to struggle to make a tie.
It's if you don't do it all the time, it's hard to do. Now, Lindsay mentioned the puppy's name earlier.
Yeah. Elsa.
So that's the Frozen.
Yes.
Okay, so that's not based on Frozen at all.
No, just the name.
Just the name. I think the long-haired um,
Chihuahua.
Chihuahuas are slightly better tempered than the short-haired. I'm not sure.
Yes, yes, she's such a lovely dog. Like they say, Chihuahua only choose one, but she chose both of us at the same time.
My sister has a short-haired Chihuahua, and it's just ferocious. It's just barking all the time.
She hardly barks. She only barks like a long time ago. We was watching the football and we were winning, so we jump up on the screaming, and that's the only time she barked. Apart from that, we never hear her bark.
Dogs and cats and animals can not just your vocalization, but they can sense your emotion.
Yes, true.
So if you're very excited or worried or afraid, that kind of transposes onto them a little bit, I think.
True, true.
Yeah, we found this last night. It's like a multiple egg cup.
Mm. They look like monks.
Yeah, they do.
We googled it earlier, and there's one on eBay for $49.99. I'm not sure the sold price is on it, but I've never seen anything like it, and it looks all right. I can't see any chips, but it was just in the bin. It's got a massive hole in the bottom, but
it's really cool.
Oh, actually, is that a chip or is that just their feet? No, that's just the paint. That's just their feet. So yeah, I'm not sure why they put it in the bin because it's
cool.
That's kind of cool. I'd kind of like to have all my boiled eggs.
Has anyone talked to Andrew?
No,
not yet.
I'm not sure what Andrew said he was doing today, actually, but I know he asked us to fill in this week. That's why we're here. But
he posted something about his father, and I'm hoping that was maybe I misread that. But if it is the case that he lost his father, prayers for Andrew and his family.
Oh, I hope that's not the case. Yeah, I didn't read anything like that, but I really hope that isn't the case, and we agree with Santa. If that is the case, we're really sorry to hear that, Andrew.
Big time. Let's check quickly.
I just know that he asked us to fill in today, and I haven't seen him or heard from him all week. Sean, can we crowdfund Sophie a light bulb? Some poor sod is going to pop over for some trouser action and realise it's not Madame Zelda Terrorhawks they are meeting, but someone 30 years younger. Hiya, Donna. How are you? Hope you're all right.
Hiya, Donna.
Yeah, I think he posted something earlier today. I think
was it on Instagram or was it YouTube? I haven't seen anything on YouTube.
Might have been Facebook, but something sadly we all have to face eventually. Everyone you love and care about, including yourself, will get old and pass away at some point.
We lost Paul O'Grady over here, and like a lot of people really loved Paul O'Grady as a celebrity sort of figure. He was he started off for me when I grew up. He was at Lily Savage. He was a drag artist, and he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Broad Liverpool accent in this sort of drag. It's absolutely fantastic, Lily Savage. And then he sort of became, I suppose, a bit of a national treasure because he did a program called For the Love of Dogs, and he used to go to a dogs rescue place that we have here called Battersea, and he always used to just fall in love with all the dogs. He was animal crazy, and he was just a lovely human being, really, really big on the LGBTQ plus rights, and everything. And losing him sort of was really sad this week. And he was only in his 60s. And look, I've heard like some people say, oh, he was 60 something. And you think that's no age. It's no age to pass away.
Yeah, you as a young person, you think 67's ancient, but just sort of happens to you overnight. You wake up one day and you're old. 67 is quite young.
I like it that they put a quote on, because he obviously loved his animals. They put a quote on when they put sort of a little piece about him from Battersea Dogs Home. And they said, one of Paul's quotes was, having an animal, it's like you're bound to suffer heartache, because obviously eventually we lose our animals. But he said, you don't worry about the hangover while you're at the party. And I just thought that's such a lovely way to look at it. And I suppose like some people, they don't get animals because they say, oh, but I don't want to lose my animal.
Yeah.
But then it's just wonderful. Obviously, it's heartache. You know, it's heartache waiting to happen.
I can find out information, Andrew.
No, I've had a quick look on Instagram. I didn't know. I haven't seen anything from him.
Okay.
Money mental.
You're gonna have something. You're gonna rest and have something to eat. You have some treats over there. You're gonna have some treats.
Yeah, no, the last thing I've seen of Andrew, even on Instagram, was that he found Caligula on Blu-ray and said he wasn't expecting it. He's pretty sure it's banned now. I haven't seen anything from him.
I know.
I hope he's okay though, and I hope everything's okay. And if that's the case, then I really hope you're all right, Andrew, and really, really sorry if that's what's happened.
Get me hair all sorted.
Noel said there is so much more between heaven and earth than meets the eye. I believe so.
Yep.
Someone said, just say no, Alvin. It's a slippery slope. A few beers, lose your shirt, and a few more beers. And before you know it, you're wearing M&S knickers as a face mask and making growling noises at a webcam. He still hasn't got them stilettos either, Sean, like that you asked him to wear. Still haven't got them, have you? Mrs. Love, but you don't have a cat. Evening, Mrs. Love.
Hello, Mrs. Love.
Who doesn't have a cat? We have 2 cats.
We have 2 cats. Let me see if I can get one.
Or was that a funny comment because I was talking about that I was stroking my cat at the start? I think I might have just got that. Definitely have 2 cats. I promise you I wasn't doing anything rude on Sophie's street. I was waiting for someone to say, was I playing with Alvin's whatnot? Because one of us was on whatnot and the other one supported Sophie. So we tried to do 2 things at once that evening.
So this is Coco.
Coco, shy boy. This is our prince. He's handsome, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're a handsome boy, aren't you?
And the other one is at the back of the sofa at the moment.
So one boy, one girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're both fixed?
He is.
He is.
Because this one started to
spray.
I don't know what you call it in the US, but they just call it spraying here. Yeah. They release their
yes.
And it stinks.
It's a smell that you don't want.
No. No.
It started to happen, and the vet just suggested this is probably what will stop it. So that's what we did. And he wasn't a very happy boy with us for a few days, were you, darling?
He wasn't.
Wearing that silly thing on your head. You weren't happy, but everything's good now, isn't it?
Yep.
You handsome boy.
We call that the cone of shame.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy with us. I remember the looks that he used to give me, like, you took me to that place. You did this. But we don't get any of that smell anymore, which is the best thing.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
No, it's not.
And we didn't really bother getting her fixed because they don't go out. They're like house cats. I don't let them out because we don't live somewhere where it would be, I don't believe it would be safe for them to be outside. Yeah. So they stay at home. They have a balcony. They can sit on the balcony and get fresh air and enjoy that. But we don't let them out because human beings and cars are just not good for cats here. So we keep them safe at home. And because he's been fixed, we didn't need to get her fixed, luckily. So you just had to suffer for a little while, didn't you, darling?
Yes, in 2 weeks.
But he's our handsome boy. He's just the loveliest. He's got such a lovely personality. He's a beautiful cat.
There's historically there's a thing with black cats that people don't associate with bad luck or whatever.
It's weird because it seems to be some people believe them to be lucky and prosperous and they love them, and other people say they're bad luck, won't have nothing to do with them. And you just think, which is it? Because I love black cats. I just think
we've been very fortunate with the cats we've had over the years. Cats and dogs are totally different. Dogs, you don't have to earn. If you just feed a dog, they love you.
Yep.
People that are mean to dogs, they still love you. Cats, they're just indifferent. They're kind of like, well, I mean, okay. I guess I can accept that you're here, but after you've fed me, I don't want anything to do with you.
Yep.
We always joke with that, don't we? Because when we come home, no matter where we've been, we'll come home and the dog is like, yes, you're home. I can't believe you're home. I thought you were gone forever. I'm so happy to see you. And the cats just look at you like there best be treats in that bag. And you just think like, wow, but the difference is completely night and day.
It's as smart as dogs are. And some of them, we had a Australian Shepherd mix. Never had a purebred, but that dog was just too smart. Just figured things out. But they don't have a sense of time. If you go out the front door, close the door, and walk down the sidewalk, and come back in 5 minutes, it's no different for them if you've been gone for 4 weeks. They have no concept of time. So it's just bizarre.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Family Guy, and they make a joke out of that with Brian, especially Brian, where he's like, "Oh, I thought he was never coming home." And like, I love the fact that Brian, like, he has the dog way sometimes, but then when he doesn't feel like it, he doesn't. I love that. But you don't care, do you? As long as there's food, water,
he's happy.
You're not really too fussed if we're there or not. Too cute.
Come on, Dan. Go and have your treats.
So
enjoy your treats.
Donna said she's going on dumpster diving in an hour.
Ooh.
You do what we do.
Happy
then, Donna.
findings.
Happy diving. You do exactly what we do. Wait till it's late and dark. And Sean said, be careful. It's moist out there. Getting stuck in a soggy bottom has been the downfall of many of us. And Donna said, I can handle a soggy bottom. Donna said, change of plan, go in now. We'll pop you on in the car so you can come with us. Yay! It will be nice to actually go diving without having to get wet. Wind's blown, actually. Sean said you guys need a jeweler's loop. You've got one somewhere, haven't you? Somewhere.
Yes, somewhere.
Somewhere amongst our tat and
Party Popper coming up! Woohoo!
oh, that went right the way over the screen. That one.
That's cool. That's a nice magnifying glass.
Wow.
Something went silent. Ah.
Doing what I accused Chris of doing earlier, muting myself.
That's really cool. Wow.
Savvy Mom UK. Now what's
My fella found Beats headphones last week. They were a bit grubby. Cleaned them up, tested them. They worked. Ordered new ear bits off Amazon. Saw them sit for £70. Wow.
Nice. I have a few bits home I need to fix.
Do you know Savvy Mom's name?
All I know is it's Donna.
Donna.
Yeah.
She is beautiful.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a key ring. Tam is going to maybe pay for a month just to get a good stream.
Including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking programs,
Brad's telling Tam he can get WWE Network for $9.99 a month. I've grown out of the wrestling thing, so I don't know that I'd pay for it these days, but Noel said, wow, amazing, Donna. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck. Yeah, you do. Belle said, if you rub the silver ring on a white cloth and it leaves a dark line, it's real silver.
Okay, let's try it right now.
I was just about to say get rubbing, but I don't know how rude that would have sounded.
Get rubbing.
Belle said, defo, there is a Nessie. So there you go. Loch Ness Monster is real. You heard it here first, Belle said.
Oh, yes.
Tam and Belle, I bought it for the Royal Rumble, Brad, but cancelled after. I like the big events.
This one is silver.
Retro Girls UK. If the gates are open on a real retail park, you can go back there behind Pets at Home.
It is silver. Bang.
Oh, okay.
So we just rubbed it on a white cloth, well, my white t-shirt. And yep, it is silver. Where's the bracelets one?
Thank you for that, Belle.
Yep. Let's try this one. And yep. And a dark color out of it, coming out of it. Silver.
Sean said, even if you don't believe in the spiritual side of Reiki, the physical act of touching someone with compassion and good intent is universal from the smallest animal up to us as supposedly evolved primates. It's true. I think there's a lot to be said for like human touch, and I don't mean that like in a rude way. I mean that like sometimes just a hug can make you feel so much better.
I'll leave you with Santa for a while.
Okay.
That's really profound that Sean would say that. In North Carolina, I'm one of two that I know of Santa performers that does not wear the traditional white gloves. That you a lot of times you'll see Santas in photographs. They'll have these white gloves on, and there's a lot of reason that they do that. But I never wear them. And part of that is exactly what Sean is saying. The physical energy that you exchange between other human beings when you physically touch them, not with the gloves on, but just your skin on their, touching their hands, is very powerful. And that's why I don't wear gloves. Interesting.
And to be honest, who needs Santa to wear gloves anyway? Like,
The
pretty sure kids wouldn't mainly even think of that.
children would never need Santa to wear gloves or not wear gloves. In this country, there's quite a bit of I guess the motto of this country has kind of changed over the years. It's the motto today is "I'll sue." So invariably, if you see a picture of a professional Santa Claus, he will have white gloves on. Any photograph that you see with him with anyone, children, adults, whoever, his hands will be in white gloves and very visible. Somewhere in an appropriate position, not touching something that he shouldn't be touching, just for legal reasons.
It's like the world gone mad, though.
Pretty
Like,
much.
see, it's like, why does anyone have to then become sort of some sort of predatory figure just because they are dressing up as Santa? I just don't get that. It's so
Well,
stupid.
It's like what we were talking about before with Sophie and the one, the 0.001%. Whatever profession someone chooses to be in, whether it's something as noble as a healthcare professional like Sophie, um, whatever you do, there's always going to be some small infinitesimal percentage. If you're talking about 8 billion people, a tiny percentage becomes it becomes a pretty big number. So there's quite a lot of people out there that are up to no good. And so conversely, there's people out there that are worried about those people and litigating in this country, filing lawsuits or whatever. So anyway, professional Santa Claus performers will always have white gloves on, and any photograph that they're capable of, they'll have those hands positioned appropriately so that there can be no evidence that they were doing something they shouldn't have been doing, which is doesn't even
Just
bother mentioning for the vast majority of the 99.9% of the normal people. There's still that fraction of a percentage times 8 billion becomes a bigger number when you say 8 billion. So there's some freaks out there. Yeah.
It's so sad though that then that has to like be a thing.
Yeah.
Like that Santas have to feel like they have to have their hands kind of visible and sin not to be good. It's so sad that the world's become that way.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I remember being a little child and sitting on Santa's knee, and I'm sure that in some like shopping centres here, that's not even a thing that happens these days. You can't sit on Santa's knee, and you think, why? I didn't see as there anything wrong when I was a child,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
but now everyone has to. You have to kind of. It is the world gone mad. It is. The world has gone mad.
I've heard some people refer to the United States as the United States of the offended. So it's like,
We were
same
reading
kind of
today
idea.
that your ex-president has been indicted.
Yeah. Whatever.
We were like, oh god, here we go again. When it pops,
Hey.
it always pops up on your headlines.
You're on YouTube, so there's a guy I want to say he's Norway or Sweden, somewhere. His name is Ismo, ISMO. He's hilarious, and he was talking about his English is not that great, but he's always talking about his as a foreigner, his understanding of English and his perception of how things work. And he was talking about prostitution, which of course is illegal and all that. And he said, you know, to have sex with someone, that's perfectly legal. That's fine. To pay someone money is fine, but to pay someone for sex is that's not fine. And so it's all really just a matter of timing. So anyway,
Yeah, it always, whenever anything like that happens, even though we're not even in the US, it always like flashes up on your news like notifications.
Yeah.
And you're like, but why? It doesn't really even affect us over here. Like, Master Chris is back.
I know. Hey, Master Chris, coming up.
And Master Chris said, thanks for the PR, Santa.
I guess I should apologize for being in the old version of his homestead.
Just call it vintage. Anything works when it's reselling. Vintage always works.
Well, what was the term? Some that fellow you mentioned, the UK Dumpster Kings. What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great channel.
Yep, it is a great channel.
He called it urban prospecting.
He's so funny, Martin. He's a great guy. He's a really, as he always tries to explain to people on his channel, he started doing that because he grew up with poverty. So that's kind of where it all started back in childhood. So he still gets idiots on his channel when he's chosen now, I believe, to kind of let people comment, but then make sure he checks the comments before they go up, because it affects mental health of these idiots that have just got nothing but negativity.
It's a brilliant channel. I watched a handful of his videos, and I'll watch more in the future. But it reminds me of Biker Dave, ABL reselling, and many of the things he posts, you can't comment on. He's somehow he's limited or just turned off comments.
With what's been going on YouTube recently, and I'm not going to mention the channel name, I can't say that I blame some of these resellers to get rid of their comments and their stuff, because there's some weird stuff going down at the moment. That's what I'll say.
Well, what was that? Somebody was talking about some channel I haven't looked at yet, but it was interesting. I need to do some research on it.
If you don't know the channel name, I'll send you it on Instagram. I'll send you what the channel name is called.
And I sent you an email earlier, Lindsay, with a picture from Andrew.
Okay, I've got it. Yeah.
Probably should change that to say not.
Blimey, yeah, that's really, really sad then to hear that about Andrew. I hope that's not true.
Yeah,
Mm.
I lost my father in 1993, which would be 30 years come July 9th. Um, and everybody processes the passing of their family and their loved ones differently. But yeah, I hope Andrew's doing well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's really sad. And I don't that it's hard to know what to do as well, because you don't know, do you message someone and say, I'm sorry to hear that, or do you wait for them to reach out to you? You never know what to do.
Oh, we have any other stuff we can show?
Trying to follow what Sean was saying there.
Yeah, Sean said, I wish I had a dog, but it's not possible where I live. But I find it fascinating that humans have been breeding dogs as companions for over 10,000 years. The way they are, we have bred into them. I think dogs are just the best. Like, I suppose I'm someone who likes to be needed because I like how dogs are. I love my cats, and I do love my cats, but I just adore my dog, and I love dogs. Yeah, the egg holder, Sean. Is it of any value? Are the eBay prices about right, do you reckon? Because I only looked it up quickly not long before we came on, and I seen someone had one up for $49.99, and that it was, funnily enough, with Neil being in the chat, I think it's German, and I think they put it as, I can't remember the name of it.
Yes, it looks more like a crisp.
Crisp pot. It's interesting. But yeah, we've also found I said Alvin found these this week, and these are brand new handbags with actual tags still attached, brand new. That one would have been £22. One down there.
Yep. This one is cool.
This one I love. I just think it's so funky. And it's got the chain handle that you can attach, but that's also, this one doesn't have tags, but it still looks new. I'm not sure why these get thrown.
I know.
And then we have this one. It's a shame that she's gone, actually. I know a certain lady in the chat that loves a bit of wicker. But there's like a little wicker purse with some handles. And like it's got the little handles, so you can have it like that, or you can have the long handles and carry it.
Yep.
There's some more stuff that you've kind of come across this week. But it's like little things that sometimes you come across. It's not worth starting a video for. So there'll be some things that we will only sort of show on a live stream, because you might come across one dumpster that has got like two things in it. And it seems pointless of getting the lights out, getting the camera out, setting up.
Hey, Lindsay, can you show that handbag again?
Which one, Santa? The wicker one or the...
Yep.
The wicker one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a nice, lovely bag. I love the fact that you can it has the little handles to carry it. Although, strangely, I don't see anywhere where you can take off the longer thing to carry it, I suppose, like this. It doesn't seem to have a way of taking that off on this one. But it's still really nice, and I think we might have to just send that to Marie, because we know Marie loves a bit of wicker.
Yeah.
Please send that to Marie, and I will happily pay the shipping.
Oh, don't worry about that, Santa. We'll cover it. She'll be chuffed with that, though.
Yeah, she will, definitely.
She'll be chuffed with that we send her it, and that Santa said he'd pay the shipping.
That's so nice. Yes, Mrs. Love, you older than Brad. Brad is still a baby.
Brantley is 20 in June.
Still a baby.
But because he's turning 20, it kind of now makes me, because I remember I was 18 when he was born and I was 19 4 days later. So it does start making me think, oh, time has flown, because all of a sudden he's just about to turn 20.
That is, that's when you, the gravity of your age sets in on you is when your children turn 31 and 32. Then you become ancient.
I'm waiting for the day where I get told, oh, by the way, Mum, you're going to be a gran. I'm too young to be a gran yet. Lots of wrestling talk going on.
Yep.
Do you want to try an experiment? Maybe if I leave, and then you can look and see the viewership goes up. Maybe I should stay gone.
I don't think so. You can try it if you'd like to, but I don't think so. I think people love you.
Yeah, people love you, Santa.
Well, I'm gonna get a refill.
And to be fair, I don't mean to sound offensive to any of our subscribers. I don't really care, because we love you. So we love Santa. So Santa's there to stay. And if people don't like it, you know what you can do.
Just a minor correction there, Lindsay. Not Santa. Mm-hmm. Uncle, actually, Carboot Chris.
Oh, it's
Carboot,
not Carboot Chris now.
Not Carboot Chris.
We've got not Carboot Chris. So if you don't like not Carboot Chris, then you'll know what to do.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Same, Belle. Same. I used to love when I was a kid. I used to love watching Lily Savage, and that's where my love of like the whole drag artist thing came from. I just think it's fantastic, and he was just the best. The sarcasm and the wit was spot on, especially when he started doing, was it Celebrity Squares? And then it was Blind. He took over from Scylla doing Blind Date, and he's just absolutely brilliant. I am just going to go out of the room, the door of balloons. I will be back.
The door of balloons. Living here on with the child. Okay, so what else? True, Belle. That's true. One minute. Yeah, great documentary. Yep. Lindsay being filthy again is going well, isn't it? She always.
Sean's done something or said something. What have I done now? Have I done something? What have I done? I'm being filthy. I'm not sure what I've done.
So you're going out the back in the next door, so you'll be out back soon, isn't it?
You'd love to know what I did out there.
That's not my chat. Sorry.
I know for a fact, like you lot are just wrestling talking. You're all watching the wrestling now, aren't you? I know.
Oh, sorry. This one first.
Michael McIntyre did a funny sketch. I love Michael McIntyre. It's so funny.
Cause I'm not loyal to you.
No, I don't. The way they look at us when we come home after we've been greeted by our dog, so lovely, of being so excited to see us, and then you just get the look from the cats looking at the Asda bag like, if you haven't got dreamies in there, I'm not bothered. You just think like, wow, I love you. You just don't care about me.
True, Tom.
Just the look they give you says it all. Yeah, see, Mrs. Love said it's the way they look at you while they knock a glass off the table.
Yeah.
A real screw you look. Yeah. R1, Coco, that Alvin brought out earlier, he follows us to the toilet because he will only drink from the bathroom tap on the sink. Sean said, I've saved a fortune tonight. My tiny homemade lamb misako and Chinese sweet and sour chicken leftovers replaced the takeaway. Sounds really nice, actually.
Oh, that's not my one.
We slummed it tonight with egg sandwiches. Thanks, Belle.
Thank you.
I hope that was for us anyway. It's not someone else who just said thank you. Brilliant guys too, and like we're just taking the credit. Franklin playing, I think the world has gone mad. Has.
Yep. Big time.
Everyone's offended by everything these days. It's ridiculous. You don't have to believe in anything spiritual. What is racing around your head, enabling thought, is electrical connections and energy. It's proven energy. It's proven energy just changes form and never dies, as do we.
Yep.
Sean, oops, need to pull a joke. Let's get into it. The link's in the chat, guys. If any of you want to come and join us and not carboot Chris. Great live. We've been listening to you while we're out. I can binge watching your videos. Oh, thank you.
I am dumpster diving at the moment.
Thank you, guys. You out dumpster diving, and that's so lovely to hear that you're watching our videos and you've been watching us while you're out.
Yep,
that's brilliant. We will sub to your channel. Actually, whilst I talk about subs to channels, someone that we're sub to, I'm just going to get it up now because this guy is a legend of the dumpster diving world. And we watched his videos today, and he's now got a new channel that he's also started, which he's going to start fixing stuff. So he did something for us the other day that was just so kind, and he gave us our channel a shout out when we were actually live. When we were live last week, he was out dumpster diving and he was watching us, and he was so kind to have actually edited that into his video and give us a shout out to get us some extra subs. Yeah, well, tonight we reached 800, so thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
That's so kind of you.
Thank you for everybody else who subscribed to us.
And thank you for everyone who subbed. UK Dumpster Kings has another channel that he's just started, and it's called Find It, Fix It. Let me see if I can turn my brightness down off my phone. See if I can show you. It's called, Now I'm showing you all my notifications. It's called Find It, Fix It. If you're not subbed, go and sub to Martin on his channel because he's going to start showing videos of where the stuff he's finding, he's actually going then to fix and show you how you can maybe take off spray paint off of stuff that you'll find in the dumpster and stuff like that.
Find it, fix it.
No gloves? Terrible. I think Mrs. Love just said the world has gone mad. I agree. It's ridiculous.
First egg holder has a retail with sale of about £20.
Okay, so not $49.99, and the price that we pulled up on eBay was clearly over. I was just going to try and make a joke.
Whoop.
I was just going to say it was over egged. Just sold a carousel egg holder for £9. Well done.
Well done. Oh, wait. You deserve one of these. You deserve one of these. Woohoo!
I'll do one as well. Look, there you go. Just so I don't make myself jump with it. Sean, be careful, Retro. It's a slippery slope before you know it. Alvin will whip out his trolley. He will. I love Santa. Not as much as a KFC bucket covered in cocaine and vodka shot. Served by a nubile sex maniac. But I think the odds of me having a heart attack are lower with Santa than the KFC party. I'd say so. I'd definitely say you'll be safer with Santa.